Maybe that was the wrong guy. Isn't he usually playing somewhere else? Hard to catch in the moment. Nico, again, on a mission in the middle. He's had these opening kills back to back now. Can he do it one more time? Oh my god, they're never going to see this. He's here so quickly. He avoids Shush in the mid, who almost walked up behind him, but there should be no way for Cadian to see this coming. He might just walk up right in front of the window and shoot him in the face. Scope is up. If he unscopes, he's going to know it. Nico, ready and waiting, and there it is. Huge opening, steals the AWP, and now he can hold it. Oh, this is beautiful. Nico is such a god at this game. Gonna fall back from the flashbang, and they're setting it up. Another kill. He's doing everything. He truly is the eternal MVP.
The best player to have touched the game in our history, but really they didn't reach this level without the young guys coming in, without the young guys finding a whole new level. It's now a complete squad. It is not just the star player, and Gambit is going to have to find some way to slow them down. We are live, Stockholm, into the second semifinal of the PGL Major.
Na'Vi versus Gambit. Time to get it rolling, and Na'Vi on the CT side, on the defense. Gambit are going to be the ones to get to set the pace here in this first round and in this first map. So they already are going to go ahead and take a fight mid. Bit ready for it, though. Able to back off. He's going to hear that info and already communicating that to his teammates, but it turns out that Gambit are trying to pull a fast one on Na'Vi, trying to catch them out of position. They show themselves mid, only to wrap down to B. Perfect, they're going to be calling in the reinforcements, but it's going to be too little, too late. Shiro and Exile have already started it off. Electronics showing some fight, though, brings it back to a 4-on-4. But now we go into the sit and wait phase of this retake, where Na'Vi are hoping that somebody on Gambit are going to make a mistake. They go for the flash over the top. Shiro's there, and it's all the kills for Gambit. Nothing Perfecto can hope to do in this situation. Gambit win the pistol round to kick off the overpass.
Yeah, that's a great pistol round from Gambit, and Na'Vi just trying to set up the retake, obviously, and get completely annihilated on it. That's a great convincing call from Gambit as well, seeing that window of opportunity and just taking it before Na'Vi can really react. Some good long-range shots and beautiful crossfire set up in the bomb site to stop this retake. 1-0 for Gambit.
Such a sick fake. Na'Vi, you can tell they were freaking out as soon as they saw all those players coming up mid. Already the rotations are getting called in. It just all fell apart for Na'Vi so quickly there. And that's a very nice play coming in from Gambit to set the tone here. Quick and straight to the point. Just really shocking Na'Vi on that CT side.
Well, let's see what Na'Vi can do. They fully invested into this. Plenty of utility, all the deagles as well. Playing it pretty passively for the moment, and Gambit is going to send a lot of bodies out towards long. 3 players, 1 at Fountain to watch for any kind of push, and surely they would clear in towards bathrooms at this point. Make sure they can control some of the map before moving up and progressing towards the bomb site. No decisions being made.
Plenty of patient play coming in here from Gambit. They've given themselves an out, and they're still waiting on to catch any flanks that are getting potentially thrown in here by Na'Vi. Nade's getting committed to the upper side, though. Is probably going to give it away. Simple's in a position to just blast them in the face. He's not going to find a kill, though. Nafani gets tagged, gets a follow-up there from Bit, but the kills are not coming through. It's not until Boomich chimes in, finds one of his own.
There's not much more they can do here. 3-on-4. Boomich would have to do something really special. The rest of Na'Vi has arrived. The smoke is going to give them a little bit of cover to be creative. And Boomich pushing up. They almost line up for him. He's got great damage onto Exile. They've got to back away. Gambit's under a lot of pressure, and they just leave the bomb site. They say, we want nothing to do with this. More than happy to back away and find a new option. And hoping for some overextensions. And Gambit's not leaving the bomb site quite yet.
That's the thing. They've still given themselves some time to play with here. And so Na'Vi are the ones who are going to start second-guessing themselves. Is this going to be a B hit after all? They're committed to the A-bomb site. Now they'd have to retake otherwise. And so it is going to be Na'Vi here, ready to spring the trap. Boomich turns it into a 2v2. The bomb is yet to get planted with 8 seconds left on the clock. It's going down to a 1v1, and Shiro trying to hunt him down. Boomich just gets around, and he is going to win it! Boomich! Na'Vi on the board!
That is unreal. Brilliant play from Boomich. Winning by mobility, no bullets as well. What an incredible turnaround. Gambit played that pretty well, and it's just snatched away from him.
That is a heartbreaking round. And that hesitation, do you think that was it, where they got cold feet, they met resistance? Boomich putting up the huge fight here on this A side. Do you think Gambit got cold feet and started to second guess themselves?
I don't know. I think Boomich just played it so perfect. Like, what can you say about that one? Wrapping around the car as well. Chance of Na'Vi streaming out as they get their first round on the board. And a lot of players, a lot of attention given over towards the B-bomb site. Bit in the staircase as well.
That's really where it's going to be brutal here for Gambit. It almost feels like they are the away team right now, and that Na'Vi are playing in front of the home audience, even though they're both teams from the same region.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Na'Vi fans in the house tonight.
You got to know you're playing under the shadow of Na'Vi as well. Every time you step into the server against him. AK-47 on Shiro. Now his powerful weapon that Gambit has in their arsenal at the moment. He's going to lead the way. Would love to at least find some kills, some weapons to limit the economy.
Slow, patient stuff, and this is going to be the hallmark. This is going to be the trademark. How this whole series gets played out. Both of these teams love to use the clock, run it down for maximum effect, and opportunities like that one. Missed chance there to get a tag from Nafani. But that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for Na'Vi to make the info plays, and you need to take advantage of it. There's Bit, though, on the flank with the MP9. He gets the double! Outrageous! How long did it take to get that second kill? Nafani and Shiro now left wondering what they can hope to do here. They are sandwiched in with no way out.
This AK-47 hasn't even been put into play yet. They've already lost too many players. There's nothing it can really do. No opening it can provide. It would have to be everything from Shiro. Scout's going to lead the way, and there goes the AK. Simple is relentless. Double kill, both headshots, and this was one of them, where at certain stretches of the year, if you looked at Na'Vi statistically, take it to overpass, not a great win rate on it. And this one is really going to test the kind of preparation, the kind of practice, and the kind of boot camp that Na'Vi put in ahead of this event, of trying to deepen their map pool.
And I bet you in specific preparation for this potential matchup, going into it, if they know that Gambit have got their number on this map, and it's likely that Gambit go deep in this tournament and that they run into them, why wouldn't you put a little extra attention into the map just in case? You keep that on the back burner, ready to go. Sounds like Blade to me. Na'Vi now comfortable here. This should be a comfortable round for them to win because it's a hard eco from Gambit. No money spent from Gambit. The Deeg on Nafani, but the rest of them pretty much rocking Glocks. And now it's a chance for Na'Vi to farm up a little bit because they've got those MP9s. Really want to see them prioritize the kills. Although for now, Na'Vi, yeah, Bit's just waiting again here in the wings. They're simple to take point. Finds that Deagle. And Bit's ready to pounce to support him as well. Not that Simple really needs any help in these sorts of situations.
Yeah, no, not at all. He's loving these fights as well. He knows exactly what he's up against. Calm and collected, but can't transfer it over. Bit's got to be careful. One behind him. There's Hobbit finally peeking. That's the bomb as well. Far back. Shiro's got the AK, and Bit is going to press the issue. He goes down as well. This is looking a little weird for Na'Vi. There's a chance, a small chance, that Gambit can steal this away. They still have left the bomb backwards. 30 seconds on the clock as they clear down the staircase.
Yeah, it's a question of not getting complacent here on the side of Na'Vi. All right, you're feeling it. You got a couple of big rounds going your way, but that doesn't mean that you need to start underestimating Gambit. If you give them the chance, they will rip your head off, as we've seen. With 16 seconds left. I mean, if they get out of this with an AK, actually, Shiro's not going to mind that too much. He'll get dropped an AWP from a teammate.
More importantly, losing out of the bonus money doesn't really matter quite yet. Plenty of cash to pick up armor and utility in the next round. So 3-1 for Na'Vi.
Oh, no AWP though. Still, yeah, holds on to that AK. He'll be able to full buy. Rest of the team will follow suit. It's a little light. Means that Nafani has to go for a Galil so he can afford some grenades. The 3-1 in favor of Na'Vi on the CT side of Overpass. Exactly what Na'Vi were hoping for here, to get a good, strong start early on this map. This is Gambit's map pick after all. So the more rounds that Na'Vi can get on this CT side, the more pressure they can put on Gambit. This is one of the big questions as to whether or not Gambit will be able to bear up under the pressure that you feel playing in front of the fans.
Yeah, and on the pressure of losing that second round after winning the pistol. That's an easy way to lose a little bit of composure early on and fall into a deep, deep hole, and Gambit's trying to avoid that at all costs. Standard control over towards Playground and over towards Fountain at the moment as Gambit leaks out of the choke point. Na'Vi playing a little bit further back. Bit is in bathrooms. With his M4, you've got Simple with the AWP lying in wait as well.
Patient play on both sides right now as both of these teams feel out the map. Again, Gambit, a lot of this style revolves around waiting on Na'Vi to make info pushes, to take risks, and you be there to punish them in the early round, and then eventually, this is what we see, the group and gather, getting ready to hit a bomb site. They have to make that decision early on now, 45 seconds pretty much on the clock. Fanny with the pop flash, this could be a golden opportunity here.
This setup in Monster is everything. This pop flash, here it comes. Both of them are looking right at it. They just spam. Molotov is dropped. They're going to know there's a second player, but they don't press the issue. The Flames hold them back for the moment. And Electronic has to get out. No more utility. And somehow he's actually going to be able to escape all the way back. And here comes the rehit.
What a beautiful Molotov. That saved everything. Without it, I'm pretty sure Gambit just plow onto the bomb site. Now we're down on time. 20 seconds on the clock. Bit catches out Inters, and now Hobbit has to press forward after hitting this shot. He will drop Electronic in the end. And Simple, uncharacteristic miss from him. Can that bomb get planted? Bowman's going to take a bullet to the side of the head. Simple takes Exile, but the bomb is planted and ticking. And Gambit have found a way to find a man advantage here. Simple's down. Hobbit looking for more. It's a 1v3, and Bit gets picked. Nafani takes him out. A second round on the board for Gambit, and that was a bumpy round. That was not smooth, Moses.
Yeah, that was not, but I mean, good composure from Gambit, obviously. Getting forced away by the Molotovs, just kind of falling back, setting up, staying patient, re-executing, and they found all the advantages. Timeouts called by Na'Vi.
I like that.
Yeah, they have a bit of a weird money situation. They're going to figure out exactly how they want to toss guns around and how they want to spend this cash. Nafany's able to save the AWP from the round and toss it over to Shiro.
Blade doing a lot of the talking there for Na'Vi. I imagine Blade, I imagine when attack timeout gets called by Na'Vi, that's when Blade's going to be stepping in and saying, okay, guys, this is what needs to happen here. This is what I've noticed already. Oh, yeah. Going into the round, countdown's begun. And that is just so solid from Gambit. The fact that they even keep enough utility left to re-aggress after the door gets closed on them. That's the kind of stuff that Na'Vi really need to force Gambit to use those nades early. They can't let them have that much to work with deep in a round. Alrighty. Bit setting up for some early aggression, or at least trying to keep Gambit honest over here.
Simple showing an early new look. This time the AWP towards dirty water. Electronic's going to be covering the door behind him. They would love to just find one kill, one pick. If Gambit are a little bit lazy, and it might be there. Hobbit crouching just past the tunnel, a stalemate for the moment. Simple doesn't want to cross the threshold.
Finest of margins. Who cracks first, though? Simple's thinking about it. He's edging out closer and closer. There it is. Hits the timing, impeccable stuff from Simple. Hobbit is out of it. Man advantage now for Na'Vi.
Now there is a defender Bit who's just kind of hiding halfway up highway at the moment, and that's going to allow Simple to be a little bit aggressive when he comes back if he chooses to go all the way to the A bomb site. He knows there's nothing on highway. He knows there's no danger when he rotates over. But at the moment, still sticking around at the B bomb site, and Gambit is spread across the map. 42 seconds. And still haven't picked out where they want to finish. Bomb is towards the B site, and utility's going to start being spent. And parts of the map are cleared and now taken over by Gambit to line up this hit, but it's going to be tough. 3 defenders here, including the Undertaker.
He spots them out as well. There's the info that they need. Outside of Monster gathered up, and the rotation is coming through now. Bit holding close could ruin Nafany's day, and this is going to be it. The push begins. 15 seconds on the clock. Electronic going to catch Shiro. And this round is falling apart. He gets traded, but the bomb gets denied. Perfecto with the double spray. And Simple collects the final kill of the round. Gambit with the slow play eventually just walks right into Navi's clutches.
Yeah, that felt a very desperate round from Gambit. That was a small attempt at a fake. Those footsteps with that much time on the clock, and actually it worked. It pulled defenders of Navi away from the B bomb site. Just Electronics' position so very strong and just eliminates half the attack. Picks off the AWPer, and really there's no danger from there. Perfecto's able to have great impact with the double kill, and Simple to finish things off. So 4-2, a 2-round lead, and Navi looking pretty good. Timeout called by Gambit as they want to discuss things.
And both of these teams quick to call the timeouts. I love to see it. We've seen it's happened with a few of them where you have rounds just get stacked and stacked and stacked, no timeout. You're just wondering when are you going to step in and try and stop the bleeding. Gambit don't even let it get to that point. They have a scuffed knee and they're already calling a timeout.
Yeah, it's tweaking the game plan, right? It's like, what are you seeing? What are we seeing that we maybe looked into, that we researched, that we want to take advantage of? What are we seeing that's different than what we thought we were going to encounter? Still early going. And also figuring out exactly what tactic they want to run here with mostly just deagles and a few upgraded pistols. Not a lot of utility going to come out for Gambit. And a double op setup they're facing into. Bit has picked that up for Navi next to Simple, and both of those ops are going to be aggressively pushed forward, long A and towards Fountain.
Early smokes just to exactly make Gambit wonder what's going on with that smoke out there. He's going to keep him honest. Electronic catches Exile trying to... That was interesting. Just lurk his way up short, hoping to find a gap in the defense. Not going to be the case. So once again, Navi with the man advantage in the round early. And going into this series, 79% of the time, Navi have a man advantage. They win at 5v4. Brutal. But that's pretty much what we expect from the elite teams here. The teams that have made it to the top 4, they don't give up many rounds they have an advantage in. That's why they're here. That's why they win.
Good shot from Simple. A follow-up shot through the corner of the doorway. This is brutal. 4-2, it's going to be 5-2. Hobbits left in a 1-on-5.
It's one of those rounds, man. The nerves are going to be setting in a little bit here for Gambit. It's never fun to get brutalized like this, even if it's a round of eco. I mean, you need to find at least a couple of kills here just to make it feel good. So they're like, okay, we put up a fight in the round. It wasn't a blowout. But Hobbit doesn't even have the bomb, which is kind of the name of the game here. You want to get the bomb plant so you can get the bonus money.
And an easy kill for Boomich. 5-2. Navi looking calm and collected. No issues in the round. Now we get Gambit back to full strength. Now we get the AK-47s, all the utility. The AWP is going to be back in Shiro's hands. I don't think they've seen this double op setup yet, though. They don't know what kind of defense they're about to encounter. And this is the beautiful shot from Simple, the first one. And the follow-up as well. Just sees a hip go behind the wall.
Oh, it's not every day we get to see that. It's so sick. I love this, the element of surprise. Bit and Simple both rocking ops, and Bit going combat op and connector as well, just looking for a fight. Hoping that somebody here from Gambit is going to try to get clever. And while he is up against a veteran. The rest of the team now on the side of Navi, just gearing up. Early, hard defense on that B-bomb side for Navi. They were really expecting something here from Gambit. And instead, now you re-aggress and retake some map control. Do we get the bait and switch here?
This could be great positioning for Simple. He's going to be able to have impact no matter where the main thrust of this hit comes in, but they now know his position, and they're already creeping out a monster as well. Electronics got to hold him back. Oh, he saved his life. Perfecto, and Simple jumps in, and just like that, it's over. Everyone from Navi collapses, and everyone wins their fight. It's a 4-round lead.
The overlapping layers of defense there. You pointed it out. It works perfectly. It keeps Simple alive, but what an insane shot from Simple. Dead through the smoke instant.
It looked like, I mean, Perfecto saves his life. It looked like Simple was going down. Perfecto inside the bomb site just gets the one critical kill to keep Simple alive. Electronics able to get the kill towards the doorway. That way, Simple's got all the day to figure out where he wants to go. Now going to get aggressive early and hold back on him. Gambit looking stumped early on, even with that timeout. Although, fair play, it seemed like they had a decent enough call to get something done. Just beautiful shooting from Navi, beautiful setups from Navi.
But Navi had the read on it. They had 4 players down there, right? It seems like they had an idea of what Gambit wanted to call in that situation, because they were just ready for that push. And so Gambit, wonder if we're going to see them going back to the default where they spread out across the map, trying to find picks, trying to get an opening kill to go their way. That's one thing they've been struggling mightily with so far. This map is finding opening kills.
Well, let's see what they have here. No utility. Gonna just walk through this smoke. They're gonna trust it. Flashbangs in, but it was a little bit late. Oh, and Inters follows it up. Gambit's cracked open the B bomb site. It's just simple to hang on to it. Rotations are coming in. The flick's not gonna land. And Boomich is blocked off by a Molotov. And how much do they actually want to test into this bomb site? Do they want to risk the second AWP? Boomich will try and provide something, but without a kill or two from Boomich, there's no way they risk this weapon.
Just the turn of pace. It turns out it's just pistols all along that you needed. You just needed to be quick and running straight out onto a bomb site. Gambit, that works wonderfully for them. Hobbit sacked himself, but that's all he'll make that sacrifice every day of the week if it means that he gets a bomb planted in a round 1 against Na'Vi. So Boomich and Bit doing the best they can to hold on to these guns. And if you're going to challenge Simple, I mean, isn't that the perfect situation? You can only shoot one bullet at a time with the AWP. If you peek them together.
Yeah, it helps that they killed the first 2 teammates at the bomb site as well. The timing on that flashbang to peek in towards Monster was everything. Na'Vi just barely missed the window of opportunity. 3-round lead. As Gambit chew into it, steal one away with pistols, and back to the rifles we go.
Now they need to actually build on something here. It can't just be, you can't just rely on the perfect timing to work out for you every single time, right, to get rounds on the board. This
is like 3 times, though, now in the first, 9 rounds of this game that we've seen Gambit kind of emphasize like a massive amount of bodies towards Monster, trying to pop flash themselves in early on the first gun round. We saw them go back to it and get annihilated. They've gone back to it again. So there's something that Gambit saw in their prep work that makes them feel like Monster can be a weakness for this overpass defense. We've really seen him only crack it and succeed once, but Simple timing shot is gonna tag Shiro.
The rail saves him, it looks like. Nafani goes down at the hands of Nafani, or at the hands of Bit, rather. I think Simple shot the metal rail and Shiro took the brunt of it, but he is still alive and kicking. Man advantage once again though for Na'Vi. This is so important. They can keep their control here as Gambit looked like they want to try and press onto the bomb site. Smoke blocks them off on short. Hobbit just hoping to get lucky through this, but now the rest of his teammates are wrapping around from Monster, and Perfecto out in the open gets obliterated. Traded immediately though by Electronic. Still a man advantage for Na'Vi, and the bomb is yet to get planted, and they are almost out of nades. They have a single smoke grenade left on Inters. He needs to use that to start creating some room to work with here on the side of Gambit.
Oh, Simple, so patient for the moment. Up top, flashbang out to enable his teammates to turn this corner. Inters inside the bomb site, they don't commit. Inters is able to connect. He's gonna look for more as well around the edge of the smoke, but Boomich scares him away. He knows there's one at the low angle. He wants Simple, he's got him. Deagle's out as well, and Boomich is gonna clean him up. Good trades from the Gambit side and into a one-on-one. It's Bit to Hobbit, and he's not gonna be able to find it. Huge clutch for Gambit.
That is such a savage angle from Hobbit as well, catching him right as his feet touch the ground. No chance to readjust his aim. He's already dead. Hobbit is too quick. Some frustrating rounds here for Na'Vi without a doubt. Again, when Na'Vi, I mean, these are uncharacteristic. Na'Vi, when they get the man advantage, they hold it and they win that round. This is another time where Gambit were able to fight back after a rough start.
Yeah, getting tagged up, getting damaged early, losing a player early. A miraculous round for Gambit to be able to win. You gotta love that, and that's just the timing on the flashbang that gets him.
And he did shoot that metal rail after all. That could have been Shiro out of the picture and a 2-man advantage for Na'Vi. Instead, sometimes that's just the luck of the draw.
Again, though, another Gambit attack through Monster. They found a little bit of a weakness, and at the moment, they're really leaning on it. See Na'Vi crack a couple times in that position, although the aggression last round from Bit was excellent. Good timing, he's got the first. And Inters doesn't want to peek. He has another follow-up, and Bit's going to deliver again. He's been so good for Na'Vi, continuing here in the semifinal. A 5-on-3 advantage for Na'Vi.
These are just power plays coming in from Bit. Outrageous stuff that he decides to just take control of the situation like this. This is individual talent coming through. And now Na'Vi, they should be feeling far more comfortable in this round. Gambit they haven't sacrificed the bomb. They still have control of that at least, so they're locked out of this round completely.
The only thing Gambit can do now is figure out a way to get 1 kill. That's all you're really looking for. Get 1 kill and see what comes of it. See where you find it. See what kind of rotation it's going to cause. See how many players you have alive after the fact. And Bit has pretty much cut this map down. Everyone from Na'Vi can really feel pretty comfortable emphasizing the B bomb site. You can't leave everything unclear, but Na'Vi pretty much know where this is going to happen. Boost coming in, and nobody from Na'Vi is exposed to it.
Boomich holding too close. Oh, they may get a chance. Oh, the jumping shot there. Axel getting the info at least. He spots one player, but that's it. Electronic holding close on short. Drops Axel. And now he's going for more as well, looking for the follow-up fight. Gonna whiff it, but still, that's confirmation of where the bomb is. Valuable information here for Na'Vi. And with 14 seconds left on the clock, it's looking like Gambit are deciding enough is enough. They're gonna back off and save.
Yeah, they tested it, but they got that one kill that they would have liked, but it cost them too much. And they're gonna back away with no time on the clock. 7th round now for Na'Vi. His defense is looking good so far.
And Bit is just making power plays, which is amazing to see. What terrific work from him so far. All tournament long, he's been making a name for himself. And what, going into this series, he's the 3rd highest rated player in the tournament. Just one above Simple. Simple is the 4th. But there was a lot of emphasis put on Shiro going into this match, and deservedly so. He's the 2nd highest rated player. So these are all semifinal players right now, and that is why they're here. They've got insane gods of CS on their teams. Yeah,
Shiro's made quite a name for himself throughout this year and looking to be one of the best young talents to come out of the region. Would certainly like to deliver here at the major. AWP in his hands. And Gambit again playing it slow to start. I mean, they've been punished so much by that aggression from Bit, and you can see what it's caused. You can see the paranoia in the way Gambit is taking this so slow and so cautiously.
Shots, hoping for some more pressure to be applied here by Na'Vi. And yeah, sure enough, Bit gonna get spotted out in restrooms, able to dodge out before the HE reigns in. So good on him, and that's Gambit affording themselves some breathing room here finally.
Well, Simple's actually posted up in Monster with the AWP. That's gonna allow Electronic to be a bit more mobile, rotating back to the A bomb site. Actually, all of them are gonna feel the confidence to start rotating over. They feel no pressure. What a kill from Hobbit. That's a good opening. Gambit have found one. 3 players coming up long, and Navi's gonna step in front of the smokes. Nafany can't connect, can't find the kill. 2 players at truck, and it's Electronic to deliver. Even Hobbit's gonna go down next, and Navi's recovering so well. They got here at the perfect moment. Shiro, leg shot, can do nothing so far. Finally one for him. Low HP, but too many players to look at. 8th round for Na'Vi.
8th round on the board, rock solid. The fight, Electronic has had a few chances to really step up, and he's whiffed a couple of them, but not this time, not this round. He holds the line for Na'Vi on that A defense. And yes, stand up for your Lord Boomich.
Lord Boomich got Na'Vi started in that 2nd round. A little ring around the rosy on the truck, and they have been running away with it ever since.
Oh, the leg shot as well, that's ridiculous. Timings here, timings. Got another round of pistols for Gambit, and they've been a threat. It's not like Na'Vi can underestimate this. Cannot take these eco rounds lightly from Gambit. But I do like the early aggression there, trying to bully Gambit a bit. That's what you're supposed to do against these pistols. Show them no respect. Nice. Bit of the cheer going on as well for Na'Vi.
Here we go.
Comfortably in the lead. Oh, Bit, they heard that. Is that just to try and bait them out? Simple's changed up the angle, though. He's not watching anymore. Oh, the timing! Disaster.
Yeah, that hurts. Simple just wanted to look another direction, but he's going to recover. If anyone can, it would be him. He knows they can creep up close to him. Got to be a little bit cautious managing these angles. There's a minute left in the round, and he's taking a bit of pressure, a bit of fire from long, looking for this player creeping up. Doesn't want to swing too wide. He'd be overexposed. There's a lot of risk, a lot of timings on this. He spots one in towards Bathroom. They're going to swing it long, and he wasn't prepared. Boomich now under so much pressure again, and once again going to deliver. Lord Boomich! Triple kill in the bomb site. And waiting for one more. Inters has nothing to do. He's going to go down. It's Perfecto with the final kill.
Bow down or stand for his Lord Boomich. The Boomich chant. Let's go. Dude, talk about it, though. He's been getting some flack, right? Out of all the players on this team, he's under so much scrutiny, questioning whether or not the in-game leadership is there, questioning the individual ability. If he's going to show up here in the semifinals like this, a chance for redemption.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously going to be massive, a huge boost for Na'Vi that already has a ton of firepower for the squad. 9-4 in the favor of Na'Vi. This half can very easily be dominant. These final 2 rounds are everything from Gambit.
That's the hallmark of all of the top teams, though, in their eras, right? Where there was no weakness on the roster. It wasn't like you could go, oh, we're going to go bully this guy in particular. It was like, no, you would still take your head off. So, I mean, if Na'Vi are going to start showing those kinds of qualities where everybody is ridiculous on this team, Gambit are going to have their work cut out for them going into this second half.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 4 of them. They've got 4 players like that. We'll see what Gambit comes up with in the timeout. At the moment, this Gambit attack doesn't feel too dangerous. The few strategies they've had towards Monster have had some promise, but they haven't been able to find kind of a second strategy that's really been effective in this opening half. We'll give it another go here in round number 14. Bit one more time is going to get right up in their face.
Simple as well on the hunt. Was not able to spot him though. Hobbit able to thread that needle, get out of harm's way. And in the meantime, Gambit starting to show a little bit of presence over here towards top mid. Of course, this has been Bit's playground so far this half, and so they need to take the time to clear it out. Otherwise, they run the risk of getting flanked again.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting, though. Bit is actually coming up through bathrooms to join with Electronic. They can actually set up a pretty brutal follow-up peek. It's all about timing. Bit, he sees the flashbang coming in. Now Electronic's going to peek. He sees the target far away. He wants nothing to do with that fight. They're happy with the 5-on-4 and the man advantage. And Gambit have once again been forced away from this A bomb site. They haven't really been able to pressure it a whole lot throughout this half. Good work from Bit on the aggression. And Gambit's going to head back towards B.
That timing was impeccable, and now you have 3 players locked and loaded, ready to go here for Na'Vi on the B bomb site. Simple gonna get out here. Proactive play from him. He gets rewarded. Spots Shiro. Doesn't quite hit the no-scope. That was sick, though. Perfecto gonna find another one, and it's all on Nafani and Exile now working their way through Monster. They've had success in the past here, but this is going to be a tall order. This is going to be so tough. Boomich has spotted him out. Simple strikes down Nafani, and Boomich is there to take out Exile. 10-4, double digits in a half on CT side. This is getting out of hand.
I mean, the protocols from Na'Vi are just so strong. That switch up from Simple and Perfecto there. Simple takes the attention from the right side. Hobbit thinks that's where the battle's going to come from. Perfecto then eliminates that second player, and he knows he can push up to sandbags and secure that, which just enables Simple to be the aggressive player he likes to be with a shot like this. He knows he's got Perfecto holding down that part of the map. Huge lead now for Na'Vi. A statement in this opening half in the semifinals.
If you have to play against Na'Vi right now, you're kind of pulling at your collar. It's starting to get a little uncomfortable because these guys, it's clear that they are ready. They are up to the task, and they are the team to beat here. Double digits on the CT side. It feels like it's a while since we've been able to say that. Getting a dominant first half here, Na'Vi. So no matter what happens now, they're going to be pretty pleased with it. Simple so quick, misses the shot though.
If he had to hit that, it's just like, get out.
Yeah,
it's time to go. Here we go, Monster again. They love this pop flash coming in. 2 players going to turn the corner. Deep defense, Perfecto. The smoke is going to cut off one angle. He's got to worry about behind. He's blind. Exile comes through, and Hobbit, they crack it open. Just a 3-man set piece at the B bomb site. 2 players moving forward, and now Na'Vi's got to recover. I don't know if they can.
You got no choice. There's no saving now. You need to get out here somehow. This finds that headshot. Inters laid low. Nafani, Shiro, and Hobbit the last alive, and they finally managed to remove Electronic, pull his plug. Hobbit with the kill on Bit, and it's all on Simple. Now 1v3, not quick enough. A 5th round collected for Gambit on their T side of Overpass. Moses, do you think it's going to be enough?
They're right on the edge. Obviously, I think a lot's going to come down towards those first 2 rounds, the pistol and who can convert it. But I think they've done enough to be competitive if they can find a solid defense and build up into it. Exile's another big name for this team. 3-13 for him. Been very, very quiet, but it's been a lockdown defense as well. Simple's got 14. Boomich has 14. Electronic with 13.
And the cheering sections. Yes, stand tall. Stand proud for the Lord Boomich. Fist bumps going around, and we're about to get into the second half here. And we're going to get to see what Na'Vi have in store for us on the T side. What have they prepared? Because you know, if this is the outcome, you know that they put in the work. I see everybody with a stack of papers next to them on that team. There has to be something in there.
Yeah, we've seen that, saw it a couple times in the group stage come out. We'll see if they need it. Electronic.
All right, go ahead.
Electronic and Simple. Just taking a little bit of control early. Aggressive, actually. Electronic, this is so bold. There's the flashbang coming in. Shiro goes down. If he converts the second, that'd be huge. And Simple waiting for a follow-up peek, but gonna back off. That P250 can sing.
Certainly can. Keep it in the fight as long as you can. He's got Kevlar as well, so it's the raid boss strategy. Able to take some damage and dish it out. And they've decided to regroup here, Na'Vi, and work their way up onto this A-bomb site. Quick rotation coming in here from Gambit, though. They're not wasting any time with this. There will be a second body here to put up a fight in a moment. So Na'Vi have to hit this window before further reinforcements arrive. They decide to peek together. What a play from Gambit. Nefani finds the headshot. He gets traded, and now the push is in here from Na'Vi. Nefani doing the best he can to hold the line, but it's not going to be good enough. Perfecto with 2 kills and a bomb plant for Na'Vi.
All 3 players at the truck, though, they actually have to extend outward. Oh, they're going to jump right through the smoke. Inters knew it was coming, but he can do nothing about it. All on Hobbit, 1 versus 3, and he's got to at least try. He's got a challenge. Oh, and this is going to be so difficult. So many different angles. There is a kit right next to the bomb as well, but he needs the kills. He needs them now. There's the first, reloading as well. He's got time. And pushing forward the stairs. They're trying to bait him into each other. Hobbit is making this possible. Oh, the kit, and this is not planted for Bank. He can stick this to Fuse. How does Bit play this? I don't think he's out of it. Hobbit has created a miracle. Gambit's got the pistol in improbable fashion.
And if anyone was going to deliver the monster round, it had to be Hobbit. What a play! Unreal. 1v3 clutch of the pistol on overpass. And that could be the round that sets Gambit up for success here in the half. What a close play. But again, first half pistol, it was tight. And then you get that insane second round from Boomich. Na'Vi coming back into it. Now we have to see, are Na'Vi going to be able to do the same thing here? With that bomb planted, they can afford to get a little bit of gear going in this round. But it's not fully committing to it. Hero AK on Simple. Couple of nades and some deagles, but that is it. Na'Vi kind of trying to play halfway on this one. That's interesting. All right, still, I think the best meme I've seen so far is Simple looking at the pages, and then written on it is, you know, Devil Walk 1 Major, Simple 0.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was good. I like that one. Send us some more if you found them.
Well, a little bit of a lifeline provided by Hobbit, the 1v3. They got to survive this round. Simple with his AK-47 working in tandem with Electronic over towards Sandbags. Peek up, beautiful shot. There goes Hobbit.
Revenge.
5-on-4 for Na'Vi.
Revenge for the last round. All right, well, you managed to lay him low. Man advantage. And look at this push coming through here from Axel. What a mad lad.
I think Bit might have heard it.
Do you think he heard the footsteps? Because it seemed like Axel was running. And yeah, Bit's now got the angle. Axel's never going to expect this. Bit with the second shot connects, and Simple in the meantime finds another headshot. Ooh. Oh, and another one. Where does this guy do it? Shiro now the last one alive here for Gambit, hoping to be the hero.
Oh my
Simple,
God.
that is disgusting. Look at confusion on Simple. Why is it gotta be so easy? Why is it always so easy for him?
That's so filthy. Just taking over the round single-handedly. This is so beautiful. And Gambit just got worked. Simple never had to move from his position. 11-6, he takes it right back. Yeah, that's the face of a man who's wondering who doubted he's the best player in the world.
Playing it up, what a boss. Oh no, and that's heart-wrenching for Gambit. Dude, that is both pistols won and then both follow-up rounds reversed on him. Gambit cannot catch a break on this map, and this is their map pick. We have Mirage coming up next. Na'Vi picked that one. This is going to be crazy. So let's see now. Na'Vi, that's a round. If ever a round was going to get you fired up, that one's got to be it. So far, just a little bit of presence being shown here on B. Gambit trying to make up their minds. Na'Vi haven't really shown their hand anywhere. Just busy taking over the map slowly but surely.
Yeah, just very passive. You might see like Perfecto being the more aggressive player with his MAC-10, Electronic getting a little bit of information as well. And for Gambit, it's got to be just fights won, no utility, nothing to do any kind of trickery with, just a stack towards the A bomb site. Even Hobbit is backing away from B, and Electronic is going to start investigating with his FAMAS. And he's going to see it's entirely clear. He sees one player jumping far back. He's going to start calling Na'Vi to rotate over. And Electronic has got the winning recipe, even with Simple out towards long, and maybe he just wants to farm.
He just wants the kills. Could be getting those stats. He's only got 18 kills so far, Moses. I mean, you know, you got to pump those numbers up if you're Simple. Well, the bomb plant's going to happen, and now Simple's going to get a chance because the rest of Gambit have cut him off from the rest of his team, and they're out and looking for him too. So life can get real interesting here real quick for Simple. He's going to have to fight his way out of here because the rest of Gambit are going to say, wait, hold on, that's an AK and it's alone. Can we get our hands on that?
Yeah, they might want to. Simple's going to be aggressive, of course, though.
Of course.
Smoke behind him for protection. And the rest of his team, you can see he's being patient. The rest of his teammates coming up the staircase, they might want to join in on the fight. He doesn't want to commit to anything before his team gets here, not even risking the AK-47. 5-7, doing work, double headshot for Exile. That would be great for Gambit if he could start heating up, passing some guns away. And now actually there's a little bit of hustle, a little bit of intensity to Na'Vi trying to chase this down. They don't want them to keep these rifles. Electronics got them both. Brilliant stuff from Na'Vi.
And Simple survives the entire time. He just served his bait. He guaranteed that Gambit had no way out. There was no backing off from that fight. Once Gambit were committed, they had to hold the line. That 5-7, it's really interesting that we're seeing so much 5-7 lately as well. It feels like it's really coming back into style with these players. And I mean, just look up close. You can nuke people with it. It does so much damage. Really cool to see. 12-6 now. Na'Vi 4 rounds away from securing victory on this first map of the best of 3.
Marks off that one Molotov, so Gambit pulling the trigger on the stack a little bit early. And Electronic again, loves these fights. Gonna look hard clear towards the left, but there's that 5-7.
Again. Oh, enters at range. That was sick. Takes down Boomich, we're into a 3-on-3, and now you've got a FAMAS to play with if you're Exile. Not the best, but still. Exactly, you're gonna go ahead and pass that around. Enters actually has Kevlar. So he may be able to take a fight with that. We have 2 players. Locked and loaded on the B bomb site, ready to dance, ready to go. Axel looking to do some more damage, trying to stay alive and set it up for his teammate. Unfortunately, Inters and Axel both drop at the same time. And we are going to get a bomb plant here for Na'Vi. Highly likely now that we'll have a 13th round for Na'Vi, barring some miracle play again here from Hobbit.
If he gets 2 1v3s in this game, that would be something unbelievable. This one, I don't think there's a chance with these AKs. Yeah, Bit's gonna just turn the corner and not even let him get started. 13-6, a 7-round lead for Na'Vi.
Simple, just keeping it straightforward, right? Just click on their heads. Just click on that. That's all you need to do. And right now, I mean, that's exactly what's going on. It's working for the entire team. It doesn't really feel like there's an element that's lagging far behind here on Na'Vi. Everybody is doing work. Everybody's doing their job. On the side of Gambit, however, still waiting on Axel and Shiro to start having that impact. It's Hobbit who's just fighting tooth and nail right now to try and keep this team alive. Yeah, the most experienced player as well on the team. Yeah, there was always the speculation going into this.
Oh, Simple. I don't think he spotted that. I think he thinks he found the timing to where nobody could be here, but was he gonna look? I thought he might check. Hobbit, 1, and able to convert the second. Big start to the round for Gambit. Now it's just all about not letting it slip away. A 5-on-3 for the defense.
I'm pretty sure I just saw Blade looking at the papers in front of him like, wait, we must have missed that. How did Hobbit get there that quickly? It's not written down here on this page.
Yeah, it wasn't in the script. Simple got there so fast. I think he believed he had the timing. Bit's going to go down next as he's trying to get creative, trying to take some liberties through the smoke, and Hobbit's being very mobile across the map, and this round has slipped away from Na'Vi. 7 on the board for Gambit, and they need to start stringing them together. They need to close this gap very, very soon. Electronic, perhaps a 1 and done. As Hobbit is behind him as well. There it is. Good round from Hobbit. Triple kill for him. And still a little bit of fight in Gambit.
Hobbit just keeping his cool. Doing terrific work. One of the top goes into the series with the 1.2 ratings. I mean, he has been doing tremendous work for Gambit. And again, it's worth mentioning, right? The veteran of this roster. And all eyes were on Gambit, or on Hobbit. We felt like, okay, Hobbit's definitely going to show up. The big question mark was always going to be whether or not the young guns were going to be able to follow suit. Or if Hobbit is just going to have to try and lead from the front the entire time to show him, like, this is possible. He just needs to keep them alive long enough for Axel and Shiro to start slamming.
Look, Gambit's almost like that's been a question for this team, like, ever since they kind of rose to prominence in the first half of this year. First test was Cologne. Obviously here this is going to be a follow-up test of these young guys stepping onto the big stage, as well as in a LAN environment.
Yeah, and with the fans this time, that's the thing.
And remember, there's a part of Gambit that's a product of their own success. They were so good for the first half of this year. It is almost unreasonable to expect them to be able to maintain that performance heading into the major months down the road. And they need to come back into this match 6 rounds behind.
The bar has been set exceedingly high. Let's see if they can match it. 13-7. Na'Vi 3 rounds away. Now we get that standard patient waiting game between both of these teams. They're known for it. It's how they play the game. It's how they approach the game. The CIS region, slow, measured, use the utility, play the clock.
Gambit's playing this one passive, and that means Navi's going to be spending a lot of utility to kind of gain some of this map control, some of this map presence, and try and figure out exactly what the defense is. But if Gambit just stays kind of far back at the moment like they are, you know, eventually when the hit comes in from Navi, if it's too late in the round, there's going to be plenty of counter nades for Gambit to use. They're going to have a lot of options on how to play their situations.
Now we've got restrooms control. Next. Or we'll see if Bit is going to keep pushing that forward to take control of Banana as well. But for now, they have long restroom. That's one starting block if the A hit were to come through. One
of the most common information plays is a push out towards long, and Bit is watching for it at the moment. Now, he can be put into play at a moment's notice. You can see the bomb centralized in this attack. It's going to be Boomage to probe through. Monster completely blinded, no chance. But they're simple. Axile got baited into pushing forward, but there's still Shiro lying in wait.
Exactly. He needs to hold the line here. Perfecto seems to realize it as well. Is he going to check on hard left? Yes, he will. Oh. Instant death for Shiro. Perfecto, that was a beautiful headshot. And Bit's going to catch Nafani out in the open as well. Goes for the follow-up, takes Hobbit out of the fight. Beautiful work from Na'Vi.
They needed both those kills. That bomb almost did not get planted in time, even with all that success. So God bless Bit for those double kills inside of the A bomb site. Navi's going to be on 14, and they just worked Gambit again.
These are painful losses for Gambit as well. Just one-sided batterings. And now you're going to get Inters backing off, trying to save an AK.
That's a beautiful glimpse of Navi just throwing a feint towards that B bomb site. Minimal pressure, see what it's going to cause. Boomage coming out monster has forced Axile into an aggressive play where the rest of Navi's lying in wait. Absolutely beautiful, and obviously followed up by some incredible shots. Perfecto and Bit delivering all the entrances that Navi needed.
Hobbit just looking pensive right now, trying to figure out what it is that needs to happen. I'd be very curious to see if Gambit decide to call a tactical timeout. Maybe a little bit of a breather here, trying to stumble Navi for a second. It looks like we will get a timeout called.
I mean, they have to. They have to decide what they want to buy here. I think 7 to 14 is way too far back to just let them get up to 15 with just pistols. You have to invest something, especially since you have that AK-47. So Inters can drop a rifle. A couple players may have to drop down to like light armor or some FAMAS, but Gambit will have a decent enough buy to feel comfortable fighting back. It's all about where are you going to position it.
What have you picked up so far that you can take advantage of as we get closer and closer to this timeout running down? The clock has begun. We're going to be getting into this round. And as far as Gambit are concerned, it is going to be, yeah, just a little bit of utility picked up here. They have, they're going for it. FAMAS, nades, just a laid by. So you get the replay here of the last round. Simple, just that is the brilliant shot there from Perfecto. If Shiro holds out for even a second longer, that buys so much time for his teammates to get into position. The fact that Perfecto annihilates him immediately is just outrageous.
Well, round 22, 14 to 7. Gambit need another lifeline. They already were delivered one earlier with the Hobbit 1 versus 3. They need more. Almost looks like they want to set up some aggression through this smoke. It's going to fade. They want the fight, and there goes Electronic. Simple's got one, and Inters wants nothing to do with that battle. He just backs away. Happy to be in a man or in an even situation 4-on-4.
You could just hear the nope from here. It's like noping out of there. Not wanting to take that fight whatsoever. Had he gone down, that would have been disastrous. He was the only man alive on that B-bomb site on the defense. Instead now, Na'Vi still spread out quite a bit. Bit just now starting to make his way up long where there are 2 players waiting for Gambit. It's an interesting setup though. Not the hugest fan. He's now, Axel is going to find himself a bit isolated from the rest of them. It feels like Bit's comfortable to once again just set up here at long restroom.
Oh, here's a play. Nafany in the 4-on-4. He's going to test and see if there's any kind of a gap in the default. Oh, and Bit just barely misses him. He doesn't see him. This flank could be huge. Bit goes down. That's the only presence towards the A bomb site. So now Navi just have to pull the trigger on this hit towards the B site. Smoke's going to go down to provide cover, but look at the player ready to jump up on the boxes. Inters, he can do so much. And Navi's not going to see him. Boomage isn't going to see him quite yet. Ball's being planted. There's the jump over. There goes Simple, and not able to convert another. But he's caused chaos. He's made it hectic, and Boomage still alive, but just for a moment. Gambit hold on just barely. An 8th round.
It's just barely enough. Inters, that smoke ends up hurting Navi more than it helps him. Without that smoke, he gets clipped immediately, and yet that smoke just barely covers him. A bit too tall a task there for Boomich, though, when he's getting swarmed, and that is a much-needed round for Gambit picked up, but I don't think it's going to be a confidence-building one. I think they realize just how close they came to disaster there. But some very nice flanks working out for him, and Gambit can count that a huge win. Because you got to start somewhere. It's the first round, and CS is a game of rounds. You just start putting them together, and before you know it, the map is over. So many times you talk to players who are like, yeah, I didn't even look at the score. I didn't even know what score was anymore. I was just playing round for round. I was just playing the game. So this is all a mental aspect of it. Early exchanges, top mid, keeping him honest. Na'Vi showing a little bit of presence, and in the meantime, in connector, it's about to pop off. Perfecto, ready to take point. Oh, and Hobbit just a split second too late.
Oh, they've actually bypassed the defense that pushed forward. They actually weren't even spotted whatsoever in this kind of a setup. So Perfecto and Simple have a decent amount of control, and they can start pressuring up Highway already into the A bomb site. A little bit of an off angle. Simple hasn't realized it just yet. There's the peek now. He knows he wants these fights. Dinked is going to force him back. That's damaging, but Perfecto steps up in his place.
So sick. Hobbit, though, golden opportunity here for him to ruin their days. Perfecto has no reason to think that he's coming up here, and he's going to get caught completely off guard. Hobbit taking his time to work in here. Instant death for Perfecto. 4 on 4. Hobbit peeling back to the B site.
Bomb is split now as well. We can see Boomich with that, just passing T spawn. Simple is going to come join him, but he's got low HP. Now they're going to have a tough decision to make. Hobbit still alive, and he needs that kill, or he needs to just survive a little bit longer. Electronics got one. That makes Hobbit get aggressive, and he's found eventually. Nowhere to go. All options removed.
30 seconds left, though. Cutting it so close, they don't have any room for error here. Inters could ruin their day completely.
Oh, this is weird. This is so dangerous. Electronic is going to clear the A bomb set. I don't think they have time to go back. He's got to have a very aggressive flank.
17 seconds left on the clock here. Simple. He knows that Inters is close. Not going to get the kill. And Shiro's here to hold the line. It's looking like another round for Gambit. 8 seconds left, and the kills come through. Boomich and Electronic saved the day for Na'Vi. You can't cut it much closer than that.
That's crazy. What a wild amount of trust you have to have as a team to pull off something like that. No time to fall back to a clear A bomb site. And Electronic just has to be pure aggression on the flank. And again, Na'Vi find a tactical way to beat Gambit.
Unreal. Unreal, this level coming in here from Na'Vi so far. And that they managed to get that done. They are looking so good right now, and it is going to be another tactical timeout called by Gambit. A bit of chatter happening over there, trying to figure out what it is that they need to do. I mean, the copy pasta comes to mind, but
there's not much left to do. Like they have to win 7 rounds in a row, and they have to start it out in such a desperate situation. They have no more timeouts to use throughout this half to make the comeback happen, even if it was to get going. And it doesn't look like Na'Vi's even going to allow him to get started. 22 kills on Simple now, 21 on Electronic.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. There's been so much focus on Bit, Boomich, and Perfecto, but Electronic is just comfortably up there, getting kills, doing his job, getting his work in. And yes, now Gambit backs to the wall on this map. It's map point for Na'Vi on Gambit's map pick. A tremendous situation here for Na'Vi where they could really set themselves up for success going into Mirage next. And so we have that soul rifle in the hands of Hobbit. MP9 on Shiro. Beautiful headshot from Axile. Takes down Bit. That's certainly a good start here in this round for Gambit with a man advantage. That puts Na'Vi a little bit on the back foot. In the meantime, Na'Vi, instant reaction from them is to rotate hard over towards B.
Let's see if they can pull this off. There's a timing here with only 2 defenders. Hobbit inside the bomb site. Inters at the barrels, and they're going to bypass any utility he wanted to put out. Hobbit's the first player. He gets the first. Boomich responds in kind, and Hobbit's just going to chill behind that smoke. He's trying to, Inters is just going to try and stay alive as much as possible, waiting for his teammates to get in, but Na'Vi as well. They've got 50 seconds. They've applied a lot of pressure. It doesn't need to be a commitment just yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look at this. They just put the brakes on, wait for the smoke to clear, find Inters in the open, and now they have the man advantage in this situation with 40 seconds left on the clock. Loads of time to work with, and they have the superior firepower. As soon as the P comes through, whoa, Simple with the uncharacteristic miss, but still, that gets them the info. There's one on high, and there's one on low. They know where everybody is now, Na'Vi. They have all the information that they need. Boomich gonna find one, and it's Shiro with a double. Simple to save the day. and close out the map. But for a second, it was looking hairy for Na'Vi. Gambit doing the best that they could, but it was not enough. Na'Vi emerged victorious on overpass.
Even some conversations at the end there for Na'Vi to make sure those mistakes get cleaned up going into the next map. But I mean, if you're Na'Vi, you have to be happy with the performance of everyone on that team. Simple was incredible, single-handedly winning multiple rounds. Electronic was there all game long. Beautiful stuff, and Na'Vi called a great game. All that prep work they talked about, it's coming to fruition. Now they're being rewarded for it.
It really is. It feels like this team, every time you see them play, every time you see them compete, they're getting better and better. They're getting more comfortable with the system. It feels like the more time that Blade has to work, he just keeps getting better talents, you know, Bit stepping up in a tremendous fashion. But it seems like Simple, everybody's just getting more and more comfortable on this team.
Yeah, they really do seem like they're all just on the same page at all times. Some of the protocols, some of the switches on defense were absolutely magnificent, but just start to finish, dominance from Na'Vi. Regardless, before we get to the next map, we're going to send it back over to the guys on the panel.
Yeah, thanks a lot, gentlemen. You can see the Na'Vi logo emblazoned on the side of the Avicii Arena there. Get a feeling, not the last time we're going to see it. We're about to break it down on the desk. Obviously, I've got Thorin, Blair, Yanko here. I'm just going to say what I said throughout this competition. The Gambit you think you know doesn't exist anymore. For whatever reason, I think they've been very poor overall at this major. And I know a lot of people were all, oh, but look at what they did here. They weren't in this game at all.
Yeah, I think unfortunately they had to play this game on hard mode, right? Like winning the both pistol rounds, losing the second round, right? Being on the back foot throughout. Listen, like Na'Vi is just so good. Maps don't really matter that much because they're just firing on all cylinders this whole tournament, right? Every time Gambit would win a round, Na'Vi would come back, take the following round. They couldn't get any quote-unquote free wins, right? Anti-eco rounds or anything along those lines. And yeah, some of the players didn't show up either.
And I've just got to say, but as you just pointed out, right, we're talking about a Na'Vi just come to play, and then of course these two guys, the two guys on the tip of the tongues, Shiro and Axel, just didn't show up at all.
Yeah, this is my problem, right? Is we can talk. I'm sure we'll do it in a minute. We'll praise all Na'Vi players to the heavens. We'll talk about Boomage, talk about Simple going God mode as usual. But the problem is this was the map pick of Gambit. This is the map they have won 9 times in a row. This is supposed to be the one that they're a team that they will win this map, and then we look at the rest of the series. So those two players who have been MVPs this year, Shiro was the MVP of IM Katowice online. And then obviously, Axel himself, people were saying maybe he's even the best player in the team. Where was he on the T side there? Why was it players like Nafani and Inters I saw who were trying to double peak into Bit, etc.? Then for Shiro, don't ever compare this player to Simple or ever utter the words new Simple. Simple doesn't just play passively off and go, nah, save the off this time, I reckon. He goes in impossible situations. He goes first if he needs to. He will re-peak into a totally dodgy setup and get the kill. Axel just kills people who walk in with his crosshair. If it ain't true, mate, prove it to me.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll talk about Axel. That's the one for me that has, been missing in this Gambit team. You know, the other things have happened. Like, Shiro's had a bad map there for sure, but we've seen aspects.
We were told he's the best CT side player in the world or whatever.
Well, yeah, he has been statistically at this tournament.
Not today.
Not today. No, not today when it matters. But let's talk about Axel. I'll come to you, Yanko. Really had the high standards he set prior to this major. It's been a very poor showing from him.
Yeah, it has been, and after that first quarter of the year, really, when he did win an MVP as well and all that stuff, he did go missing every now and then. He did fall back mostly on Shiro and Hobbit to carry them through these performances. And Hobbit, by the way, amazing here as well. And that's where you see the experience. And I think that's the biggest problem. Just, this is a whole different environment for Gambit, and we see that some of their players are really just failing to show up. We talked about Nafani as well. He's the entry fragger. We praised them for being, in these games, maybe leads by example a little bit. He also couldn't really find those openings and get things done.
I mean, speaking about Hobbit, how much can a man do? The amount of space he was getting, the amount of flanks he was getting, that connector area, the amount of work he was putting in. Not to forget their 1v3 pistol round he played. I mean, brilliant clutch coming out from him as well, right? But there's so much this guy can do, right? We talk about him being kind of the pillar of the team, but you have the stars like Axel, like Ashiro, like Nafani, all these guys are supposed to be stepping up. you can't just put all the weight of this team on this one guy.
No.
But I got to credit to Hobbit, though. Major champion for a reason.
Yes,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Normally, the story with Gambit is they don't need one player to go. They've got this phalanx of players, haven't they? They had one really great player in this server. He was doing everything to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
And I'll even say this. This is why I know it's firepower that killed Gambit in this game. Because if you actually watch that T side, if you were to run it back and I get a bunch of IGLs before they hit the site, is this good utility usage? Are they going to get in here? Do you think they get the trades? They'd probably tell me yes. I actually thought Gambit could have won the first half there. Now, yes, once you go in, you get a miracle couple of kills from Perfecto. Simple starts just heating up and hitting everything. Boom, it just wins 2 rounds by himself. That's the problem with Na'Vi. They break the game. Like, I know the casters were saying, like, what a great game they called. So the way they won the CT half here, it was just pure firepower.
Yeah, they had some good plays, you know, some mid-aggression flash plays, so on. A couple of really good setups. And I guess that's what forced, you know, that made Gambit use more utility to take map control and so on, spend more time. But at the end of the day, Na'Vi was just playing from ahead from start to finish.
And I'll give you an example as well. That second round of the second half after they won the pistol, the way the Simple got those kills, firstly, 6 shots, like nutty shots, but it's almost from one position. They're just peeking into him, just reading him like an open book. Yeah, first half I agree with Duncan as well. I think it would have easily gone the way of Gambit. Maybe they could have had a few more rounds, but you know, defensive side, it just fell apart. Yeah.
By the way, if you're out there, the legend Zeus, you remember back in the day where you were like, it's Simple, you take the Deagle, you're really good on the Deagle, I'll have the AK. That's why you give the hero AK to Simple, because he is the hero. You saw what he can do in the game.
We have settled. Thorin's Law has been proven to be accurate once again. Guys, great to get your thoughts. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Gambit are going to be looking for a miracle on Mirage. Make sure you join us.
I want to say to all Gambit players, Nafani, Shiro, Axel, Hobbit, good luck, guys. You must win this major, and I believe.
That guy is good, and looks like he's from Russia. I don't know, but it's always I appreciate it. His support is amazing. Yeah, it's from heart, and I'm feeling it.
Gambit, I came here from Russia, from St. Petersburg. It was a very tough road, and you're gonna do it for us, for Russia, and for CIS. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, I already understand that you are from Russia. Thank you. Спасибо за поддержку, ребят, реально, очень приятно.
Гамбит, один шанс на миллион победить Фурию. 14 часов поездки, чтобы прийти и посмотреть на вашу игру. Гамбит!
Yeah, Gambit, I wish you good luck. It was a hard road, and I believe in you. Yeah, good luck. We are from Ukraine, and we vote for you.
This guy is super energy. Thank you. I mean, yeah, good Na'Vi t-shirt, by the way.
All right, Gambit, we got a lot of Brazilians in the house. We got to shut them up. 16-0, baby, incoming. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you. I mean, I respect Brazilians community, but thank you for the support. Yeah.
Gambit, I wish you win, because Kazakhstan, I came from Kazakhstan to support you. I want you really to be first and to prove everyone that you are not online, but you will do it online and took the first place. Hobbit, my boy, I love you.
Thank you, brother, my brother from Kazakhstan. Alha, Kazakhstan. I mean, thank you, guys. Thank you. It's really pleasure to play in front of you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Я хочу сказать на русском языке спасибо нашим фанатам за поддержку. Честно, очень чувствуется. Мы сидим в наушниках, чувствуется, как вы там кричите, ну, которые здесь находятся. Ну и, конечно же, хочу сказать большим фанатам, которые смотрят наши трансляции, в принципе, нас поддерживают. Турнир сложный, в эмоциональном плане. Мы готовились очень много. И, надеюсь, ментальные проблемы не помешают нам показать нашу лучшую игру. Спасибо, ребята.
Yeah, welcome back to the PGL Major Stockholm. We are in the second semi-final. Advantage Na'Vi. They're taking on Gambit, and we go into Na'Vi's pick of Mirage. Now, I said before we went to the break, guys, I said they need a miracle on Mirage. I stand by it. I really feel the gulf in class between these two teams. It's just evident now. Na'Vi have evolved to a new phase, a new level.
Richard, you know what they need? They need a good start. They need a little bit of room to work with, really. Na'Vi actually so far through the playoffs has either, you know, won a pistol round and converted, or if they lost it, they won the second round, right? So they've been putting pressure on their opponents from the very get-go, and we know how good they are, even when they don't have all the weapons and all the utilities. So that makes just that much more difficult for people to play against them. And if there's a silver lining for Gambit, last time Na'Vi played this map was against Gambit, and Gambit won.
That's the problem, though, right? That's a game that didn't really matter. That's my issue with that, right?
True.
It was a 16-8 win. It was a very convincing win. Na'Vi weren't even trying. This is a whole different team altogether. And for Gambit, here's the thing: when the pressure was on in the first map, they cracked. They crumbled. I don't know if they can do it, Duncan. For me, they need to reset the 5 minutes or 10 minutes they've had in between. If they can do that, this could be a competitive map. It is a map that Gambit can play. They have a pretty good record on as well. So we could potentially have a banger of a map here. But if they continue with that old mindset, they're going to be screwed.
There's two pieces of good news if you want Gambit to make this a competitive series. One, this is a map they themselves pick in series, including in the past against the aforementioned Na'Vi. And on top of that, you think about Na'Vi historically. Na'Vi are the ultimate team to go up 1-0. Maybe they're even winning the second map, and then just sort of give it away and think they'll get it on the third map. And some players go away, some players go missing. So I want to see, is Na'Vi really going to win? Because if they are, by the way, they'll have won like 8 maps in a row. They will not have dropped a single map at the tournament, in which case maybe they are just going to stop the whole tournament. But I'm still waiting. Like I did point out before, eventually he's going to have some games where he comes back down. It wasn't that crazy in the previous game.
And also super interesting fact, neither of these teams played Mirage yet in this tournament, right? And we know that Na'Vi after the break and in recent times has just been out of this world, really. In terms of also preparation, they changed their approach, and you know they have some special things in store, right, for every map that they're playing here at the Major. So Gambit, you would expect them to have done the same. So that might be, you know, we might see something different because these teams are so familiar with each other. This is where we might have some, you know, X factors going on.
So without wanting to risk repeating some of the stuff we went over before the break, who's got to step it up to help deliver victory to Gambit?
Shiro, here we go. You're going to be starting on the CD side, I assume, right? It's obviously Na'Vi's map pick. Gambit's going to be choosing CD side. Highest rated player on the CD side thus far at the Major. The star AWP player. The player some people used to call, oh, he's the new next Simple. Step up, show up what you got. Show us what you got, and maybe if you can do that, we might actually see a game on our hands here.
Yeah, let's have a few rounds where when you're actually in a position with the AWP to get the first battle, the first duel, you get the first kill, you can actually make Simple and the other Na'Vi players have to think about it then, have to start running the clock down again, get a little bit hesitant. As Janko said, like, if you get a start like that at the beginning of every map as Na'Vi, or you just break them back immediately when they win the pistol, you're never really under pressure in that scenario. In fact, especially when seemingly everyone in the last few maps has had a chance to go off and have a round where they go crazy. Like, I haven't really seen, as you said in the intro actually, I haven't seen Na'Vi tested, so let's test them a little. Let's put them under some pressure to win this match.
Yeah, well, you hope that they can. Janko, any thoughts for you? I mean, I know you're like me. I just don't think that Gambit can challenge them.
Unfortunately, it does feel that way. It just feels that as a team on this big of a stage, they're not there yet. They're lacking the experience, and it's showing.
All right, well, this is it now. It's do or die for Gambit on Na'Vi's pick of Mirage. Take it away, Semler and Moses.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much to our wonderful analysts. And, well, I mean, the question that I have to ask you right off the bat, Moses, is do you agree? Do you feel like Na'Vi have got this one in the bag, or do Gambit have a chance to show us something here?
I mean, they have a chance to show us something. They have a chance to wake up on this map, and it essentially has to happen because that Na'Vi looked unstoppable in a lot of different ways. Individual performances they were on top of, a lot of clutches going their way. Tactically, they seem to outplay Gambit on Overpass. Now on Mirage, they get to start on the CT side. They get a chill. It's their map pick. They're going to be just eternally prepared for this map. It's going to be so tough.
And it is time to get hype. We have the second map of the semifinal underway. Na'Vi in the lead, up 1-0 over Gambit. And it's all on the line for Gambit. They have to fight back now, tooth and nail, or they are done. It is the end of the line.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Everything on this, no more mistakes for Gambit. We're going to get live into the pistol run here. Countdown expiring. G2 waiting in the grand finals of the PGL Major here in Stockholm.
That's amazing.
Waiting for the winner of this one. Imagine Simple versus Nico. And here we go, pistol round.
And we're live, we're in the thick of it. And it's going to be Navi starting on the CT side, Gambit on the T side. Gambit get to set the pace, and then Simple, he's not waiting around. He's already taken Shiro out of the fight. Man advantage for Navi in this pistol. And they have yet to show anything here, Gambit. Only a single man spotted. They're going to hear the footsteps, though. Hobbit stomping around in mid, trying to draw some attention to himself. This alerts Simple. At least he's going to be able to communicate that over to his teammates. But the setup is here, and Boomich and Electronic already finding the headshots. Gambit are walking right into a wall in the first round of this map already. Simple is merciless. He's going for a third. And he's going to get it. Navi, what a dominant pistol round here to start off Mirage.
I don't even think they took any damage. That's the worst way to get things started if you're Gambit coming out of that first map. It's like, all right, boys, let's get started on the right foot. Let's win this pistol round. And they get shut down every step they take.
Dude, that one hurt so bad. Nefandi had a little like half smile going where it's just like, ouch.
Yeah, what can you do? Just immediate headshots from everybody on the Navi side. Oof. All right, 1-0. Now up against, I mean, really just the MAC-10 for the Gambit side. They invest in one weapon, armor as well.
Okay, then. Oh, man, when was the last time we saw this? No way do they think this is going to work. I was about to say, if this is going to be the OG fake into bomb plants on the other side, oh man, please, this is going to be insane.
The only way this works is if they get kills at this B bomb site. They need at least one, probably two. And I don't really know if they have what it takes to get it. Just the MAC-10 that has armor to protect against some utility damage. And actually, an odd timing for Perfecto, but Bit is holding the line. 2 kills, and that's it. Boomich knows not to move. He knows not to do anything. His teammates aren't calling out the bomb, and this is going to be the easiest kill of his life.
Sucks to say. There's a reason why that doesn't usually work, or why teams started to fall off of it. There's too much discipline now. In the early days of CSGO, that was a strategy that we actually saw quite a bit, because players would over-rotate so quickly off of bomb sites. As soon as there was action, they were already rotating off the bomb site, and you had a chance to just slip out of the apartments and get that bomb planted. But the teams are too disciplined now. They're too long in the tooth. So going into it now, third round, this is going to be the buy. A little light on the side of Gambit. They're not going to have as many nades as they would like because they didn't get the bomb planted. No bonus money. Early aggression in mid.
Just basic control behind the boxes. A little bit of nade damage. Follow up. Ooh, Simple. That was dangerous, but well done from him. He's going to stick around. He wants to fight it. Actually dinked up through the wall. Might back away now. AK's on the board as well for Gambit, so he's got to be cautious. And he's going to sneak all the way through the B bomb site, falling back every step of the way. So early success for Gambit, taking control of mid and forcing Simple back without losing a whole lot.
Indeed, limiting that information for Navi. Now Navi are going to kind of left wondering what is in store for them. See if they can make an information play here. Minute left on this clock. It's about now where Navi are going to want to try to figure out what's coming at them. Simple still keeping an eye on mid. He's hearing these footsteps, and so he can communicate this over to his teammates. And here it is, Electronic with a push down ramp. Now they're going to see that nothing is over here towards A, and this could be the giveaway. Perfecto kind of falling back, closing off that angle towards B apartments. He's got his teammate Bit there to watch his back as well.
I think Nafany just, he wants to give it. This is a little bit of a fake again. That kill would have been everything, but he wanted to give the impression like pressure was going to be here, combined with Hobbit to soften up this B defense. It didn't work. There's the first kill. It goes to Inters, low on HP, and he looks like he's got Simple boxed in. Looks like he knows he's there, but it doesn't matter. Simple's still alive, and there's Perfecto making the SMG work. Hobbit is going to come up, and this is a tough position to clear. Perfecto gets aggressive. He's got the bomb site, and Hobbit's got no HP and no time for the 1-on-2.
With 10 seconds left on this clock, he has to get in here quick and hope that somebody's going to step out into the open, but Navi are playing this perfectly, closing off the angles, whittling this guy down. He has no health left to play with and no time either. The round is over, and now it's all about surviving it. Can they hunt him down? Perfecto's going to deny him at the last second. Hobbit, because he survives the bomb time, or the timer, he gets no money going into this round.
That's a god tier 2v1 from Navi, just letting him live if that's what he wants to do. Hobbit never aggressed onto the bomb site, waiting for those peaks and not able to connect. And that is disaster. Hobbit's gonna be stuck on $300.
Brutal. Brutal start, as hard a start as you can get here for Gambit on this map. Navi's map pick as well. So Navi are gonna be feeling comfortable. They got everything going their way right now. And Gambit, well, if you were asking for as difficult a situation as possible to fight your way into the grand finals from, I'm getting the feeling that this is it. Because Na'Vi just look so cool, calm, and collected right now. Big spread coming in here from Gambit, trying to maximize their map coverage. But this is a round of eco for them. They don't really have a whole lot to work with here. Just the standoff now is Gambit are going to start working their way in. Bomb is still going to be tucked away top mid with a minute left on the clock. In standard Gambit fashion, they're going to just run it down and see if they can get more utility out of Na'Vi. That's the name of the game for them. Simple rewards Nafani with a bullet to the dome. And Boomich spots out ramp, immediately rotates around to keep an eye on connector. It's going to be so hard for Gambit to get a bomb plant here.
Yeah, these are just easy kills as well. I think the problem in this round for Gambit is these are just like, you're just walking into fights with these Deagles and hoping you win them. And in that sense, you're not even getting any kills on the Na'Vi side. They're going to be able to build up so much money through this opening in this first half. 4-0.
$10,000 already on Perfecto at the beginning of this round.
There's only 3 kills on Gambit in these first 4 rounds. They're not even finding all the frags that they would like. This is brutal to
Moses,
start.
Right now, would you call a timeout?
No.
Gambit? No timeout.
You got to trust what you talked about between the maps. You've got the guns in your hand as well. You've only really had 1 round where you were fighting with 4 AK-47s. So put some trust in the players. Let them play the game a little bit early on. Electronic's going to push up. Some spam through the smoke. Oh, and he's blinded. Vision wasn't clear. Nafany's got an entrance.
Here we go. Ideal start to this round for Gambit already. And now they're not wasting any time at all here, Na'Vi. Already making an info play on the other side of the map. Perfecto could pull a fast one here. He's got Simple to back him up as well. Just hoping that Gambit are going to walk into this. And they may get rewarded for their patience over here. Axel's thinking about it. Definitely aware, Gambit, that with Na'Vi being a man down, they're going to try and get frisky on the extremities of the map. It is an option for them. But with a minute 10 on this clock now, it's all about Gambit rotating back around, gathering up, and getting ready to execute onto a bomb site here. Do you reckon they go early so that they have a bit more time to move with?
It's possible. I mean, they can just walk up right now with the cover of the AWP over the top of the stairs. Boomich has 1. Shiro doesn't react quick enough. He's got good damage. And Bit is still waiting if he can get any help from his teammates. Any flashbang so he can peek out. Simple is coming around. Smoke to give him some cover, and Bit's got a double. The Molotov doesn't do its job until it's too late. And the Na'Vi defense once again holds strong. Not a gap for Gambit to work with.
These guys are running headfirst into a brick wall right now, it feels like. There's nowhere for them to go. Nothing but death facing them down at every corner. And now we are going to get just a little bit of, it's not even going to be the tack timeout called here by Gambit. They're just going to continue taking the beating.
I was going to say, to answer your previous question, now I call a timeout.
Now you call a timeout, yeah. You would think at some point Gambit needs to start trying to take a breather here.
I mean, some of these do seem like there's an element of, I mean, I know the Death touch on it, it's always been a talking point, the young nerves, not waiting for the Molotov to force Bit out into the open. And man, this is getting mental warfare from Na'Vi, obliterating everyone, showing no quarter.
Pure power plays coming through here from Na'Vi.
5 kills total in 6 rounds for Gambit.
And Simple just looks like he's loving life right now. And there we go. Tactical timeout called. First one of the half for Gambit. 6-0 lead for Na'Vi, and enough is enough. They feel like they need to take a little bit of a breather here. So Coach obviously taking a chance here to try and talk up his players. Blade is going to be taking the similar opportunity on the other side. And while Na'Vi right now are just looking utterly unstoppable. This is a huge task that Gambit have on their hands now going into the remainder of this half. They need to just put a halt to this aggression from Na'Vi, but I'm getting like G2 vibes from Na'Vi right now. G2 versus Nip, where G2 were just relentlessly pummeling Nip, just constantly looking for fights, constantly pushing everywhere, never letting Nip get their game plan going. I get the same feeling here from Na'Vi, where they're like, we're not even going to let you play your game. We're just going to constantly run at you.
Well, I mean, Gambit's going to have to fight back. That's certainly what's going on in these first 6 rounds. We'll see if Gambit can find a way to pull it off. Standard default so far, smokes in mid. And Gambit just looking for aggression everywhere.
Patient stuff from Gambit, and I like this little play here from Electronic. It's worth throwing it in once a half. And cross your fingers and hope that they're going to hit that V bomb side and that you can be effective up there. So for now. Quick rotations coming through here. Axile gonna start clearing out underpass. We can start to get that bottom and top mid crunch coming in here from Gambit so they can get some control and open up access to connector. Bit is definitely keeping an eye on things though. With a minute left on the clock, this slow play from Gambit is agonizing. Oh, the timing.
He's lucky. I thought Simple was going to keep pushing forward. Simple's going to back away now. And Gambit is closing in towards this A bomb site. 2 players coming up connector. 2 on the ramp. Make that 1. And Simple's going to be zoned in. The peek from Palace could be everything, but now it's Bit's turn to be put into play. Misses an opportunity. Falls all the way back. Simple again with the kill. Finally put down. Good double from Inters into a 3-on-3.
That Molotov into Khan was so slick, though. It just puts a halt to him. What a shot from Shiro. Had to happen. And, well, this is just all over. This round, what are you going to do? Perfection here from Nafani. No idea, Bit. He never knew what hit him. Electronic now going to be caught in a 1v3 with the bomb planted. And no reason for Gambit to peek him at all. They know where he has to go eventually if he wants to have a chance at winning this round. So now the name of the game here for Electronic is to get out of dodge and hold on to this AK by the looks of things.
This is good though. I mean, if you're Gambit now, you can breathe a little bit easier. You've got your first round on the board. You found some things that work. Inters finds a great timing coming out of Palace. The double entry there is magnificent. It's everything they needed in that moment. Now it's about stringing them together. Now it's about doing it one more time.
Shiro also, just that was the hero shot on CT that saved him. The flames go off. Bomb has exploded. And well, Gambit now with 1 round on the board. Showing some fight here in this first half of Mirage. Of course, they'll be able to get fully equipped again. No problems there on that side. And Na'Vi had plenty of money as well. So it's going to take more from Gambit to break Na'Vi's economy and start getting some easy rounds on the board. I'm curious to see if we see a change of pace coming out here from Gambit, or if we just keep going into the default hold everywhere and wait for Na'Vi to make plays. Looks like we are going to just get stuff. What? Ooh. Hobbit, what? Did he drop off by accident? No way did he drop off by accident.
That's a great shot from Boomich.
Unreal.
5-on-4 for Na'Vi. And Gambit's going to start looking towards the other side of the map. Shiro, Nafany, and Exile all together to work in towards B. They have left alert. That's Inters towards A. And at the moment, he's not doing much. And he might just be out of this fight. I think a lot of this is going to be on this 3-man hit.
Oh, man, if he just throws a little more juice on that HE there, Perfecto, that would have been an insane nade. But he is going to get help here from Bit. Simple lines up a shot. 15th kill for Simple so far this map. Outrageous performance from him. Bit takes Axile. And it's just Shiro left alone on B. Enters in mid, does catch out Electronic, and Shiro trying to make a difference over here, trying to dance on top of Bit, but he is going to get forced into the open, and Perfecto takes control of the bomb. Enters alone now, and, well, not for long. Bit has mercy, puts him out of his misery quick. And Na'Vi are just looking indomitable on this defense right now, 7-1.
Not just that, but individually, the Gambit players look labored at the moment. They looked really uncomfortable in these situations. There's no flashbangs, there's no Molotovs, there's no smokes, there's nothing actually putting any pressure on the Na'Vi defense. They get a fight with complete comfort.
Look at that ADR. 169 ADR from Simple right now.
That's not bad. You take those.
And then you got Bit. It's a 1-2 combo right now. He's at 132. Between the two of them, they're shredding Gambit. And right back into the same sort of similar strategy here from Gambit. 1 on ramp, 1 in Palace, nobody in mid. And here they're going to try and speed things up towards the B-bomb side. Bomb is making its way there slowly behind, but they've got a player out on B. Nice shot there from Simple. Perfecto spots the man at bench. They can't catch a break here, Gambit.
No, they really can't. They're going to have to create one, although they have found an opening. This has been, I don't want to say it's a fake, but they've executed plan B. They've been able to take over the A bomb site. The bomb is rotating all the way around. Problem is, they're not finding kills anywhere. Inters is going to accomplish absolutely nothing here. He's just trying to stay alive as long as possible. Maybe when these smokes clear, he might be able to get at least 1. But even that's kind of ambitious at this point.
They don't even know where the AWP is. Electronic is looking towards jungle. I think as it made its way onto the bomb site, they're going to know now. Inters catches Perfecto. Electronic caught in the open. Hobbit with a valuable kill. And now they need to figure out, how do you deal with Inters?
Oh, this is so weird. I don't know how Gambit's made this happen, but it's actually perfect. Inters is somehow still alive, and he might be able to find one more kill. This is magnificent. So much time, halfway through the bomb timer. This retake has got to be very quick. Plenty of kits to use.
They do have a bit more time on that side for Na'Vi. They have some grenades to use as well. Smoke onto the bomb. Shiro's on the other side of it, though. No mollies or HEs to get rid of this guy. They're going to have to go in here and do it point blank. Shiro looking for the spray.
Oh, no.
Not like this. Boomich gets denied. And they're running out of time. Simple, of course, he has to get the knife, but that's not going to get them the round. Gambit with 2. But what a round. And maybe this is Na'Vi getting a little ahead of themselves. Remember earlier when I was saying, they're not rotating off the bombs quick, right? That's a quality that these players have now. That time, Na'Vi just took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that felt very gimmicky, very improvised, but obviously Gambit at this point is going to take whatever they can. Small consolation prize for Simple, the knife in the semifinal. It's a 5-round lead for Na'Vi's defense, still got plenty of money in the bank, and man, one name we have to bring up again, Exile, 0-9 here so far in Mirage, and he's so important for Gambit.
Surprise, surprise. That is so crazy simple that he gets out of that intact. Down to half health, but another opening kill goes the way of Na'Vi.
That's a risky play. He's rewarded for it.
He's won all of his opening duels so far. He's 4-0 in opening duels simple. There isn't really anybody touching him on this server. He's got 18 kills.
Look at what Gambit have to play with. They've got a Molotov, a flashbang. They just used their final smoke. Everything from here is just going to have to be a heads-up fight. This is going to be so scary when these smokes finally clear in middle and Gambit realize they're just exposed everywhere. They have nothing really to put their players in any kind of an advantage situation. They have connector control. They have catwalk control.
And if they keep pushing, they're about to have T's. And there's Shiro dead. What is this?
Oh no!
Boomich shanks him! Bomb gets dropped, they run into each other head on, and Boomich reacts fast enough to get the kill. Enters, at least he'll take Electronic out, but it's still a 2v4.
How has that happened? That's unbelievable. And yeah, you might have the bomb site, but you don't have the bomb. Simple towards spawn stairs. Boomich is protecting it in T-spawn, and even with Simple going down, there's not enough time. 15 seconds on the clock, and you still have to deal with Boomich. And you still have to get the bomb and get back to the site. And it's going to be an 8th round for Na'Vi. Gambit are giving it up because they know it's over. Now it's about survival.
Oh boy, are they going to be able to though? Perfecto is here. The AWP picked up, and he slow walks into that angle. Axel's going to hit that shot every day of the week. So they get out of there with Simple's AWP. That's a nice trophy. A single AK saved as well, but they were hoping for the round. And instead, that's back-to-back knives in a semifinal of the major. What's going on here?
This one, I mean, the Boomich one is very weird, very strange. You don't see that too often.
Na'Vi Chan getting up there, yep. What a round from Na'Vi. And a tactical timeout called again here for Gambit Esports. Enough is enough. They need to start trying to figure out what is the solution here because this is so crazy. Running into each other head first.
Yeah, and he has no idea how he got there. I mean, it's quite obvious when you see it occur.
Bovich's reaction is the best.
He's been a fan favorite since, what, Quantum Bellator Fire back in Boston?
Dude, he's nicknamed Snoop Dogg.
19-3 on Simple. A 6-round lead for Na'Vi. Just 8 rounds away from the grand final, where G2 awaits them.
And G2 watching this right now have got to be pulling at their collars because this is uncomfortable. Na'Vi are just looking fantastic. One thing that G2 could have going their way, though, is that Na'Vi will have shown their hand on Mirage. They won't be running into this head first, G2. If Mirage comes up, now there won't be that element of surprise anymore. Advantage of playing the first semifinal of the day. But of course, Na'Vi have to get the job done here before we get ahead of ourselves. It's still Gambit we're talking about. Gambit absolutely capable of running it back if they can get their heads in this game. Start getting some kills on the board. We're 10 rounds in, and you've still got half the team rocking 2 kills. There's only Inters who's got 7. So need to see Gambit wake up, and the smokes come in. It's going to be an A execute. Running straight into the bomb site. Boomich gonna find one, a second one as well. Nearly picks up a third before Exile can put an end to his shenanigans.
That's huge. 2 kills while playing retake. Now the next point of danger is Nafany lurking from the underpass, and he's got to hurry up because his teammates are dropping like flies, and he's going to be put into play, I think, a little bit too late. Pit misses the timing. There's the headshot. 2 on 3. A chance to recover for Gambit, but they've got a lot of work to do. Hobbit at least has control of the bomb.
This discipline from Simple, though, not overextending. You saw just how close it was to that angle. And instead now he's going, did he not see the yacht barrel? Oh, he sees it now. He sees it now, tries to take the shot, jumps right into it. Nafany was waiting. It was a trap. Perfecto and Electronic now. Last 2 alive for Na'Vi going into this retake. And if Gambit find a way to win this round somehow after all this, that would be a huge victory.
Yeah, that might have been a bit too much from Simple. He might have overextended there. A heat check. Nafany waiting. Good shot from Hobbit with the AWP. Perfecto now gonna move in. Smoke dropped on the bomb. And he's gonna get desperation. He might just stick it, taps it, forces them out into the open, and Nafany jumping across has found the final kill. 3rd round for Gambit as they try and fight back into this map, into this series.
Indeed, into this series. They've got their backs to the wall. They're already down a map in this best of 3. So this is it. There's no backing up here. If you lose this map, that's it. You're going home. You made it top 4 in the major, but you did not make it to that grand final. And Gambit are a team with, I mean, the players that you would expect to see in a major grand final, considering how they've performed throughout this year.
Well, there's more good news for Gambit. They finally, while they dug themselves a deep hole, they're on the verge of digging themselves out. They need this round. There's no money left on the Na'Vi side after this bye. What a way to get back into the map if you could complete this, if you could break the economy, and they're gonna have to do it the hard way. 4 on 5. Boomich is available to be the equalizer, though, when this smoke eventually does clear. Hobbit's trying to find his legs, find any gap in that smoke. Perfect timing for the Molotov, and that's gonna isolate Hobbit. No chance for the trade, no chance for Shiro to spring into action, and it's all too easy for the Na'Vi defense.
It's so beautiful. It's just one step after another. They're playing so well together as a team. Na'Vi covering for each other in every way. Shiro powerless to help his teammate. Well, that's a beautiful headshot from Exile, but Electronic immediately trades it. Down to Shiro now in a 1v4, and Electronic mercilessly ends him. 9-3, and as you pointed out, Moses, this was the golden opportunity for Gambit to get back into this. They could have broken Navi's economy finally, and instead Na'Vi once again managed to find a way to get through.
Yeah, it goes the other direction. That's tough for Gambit. I think that was the only opportunity they have to get back into this map. It's going to be so difficult now. Going to be a very labored buy, a very labored investment from Gambit if they do in this round.
Too true. Too true. Touche. But Simple right now has got 21 kills on this server, so they need to find an answer for this guy. It's unreal, the level. It's actually so cool, though, because on the other side of things, we've got Nico with G2, and he was posting numbers of similar caliber yesterday in the semi.
He's been a freak in this tournament so far. That's going to be
in the NIP match in the quarters.
That's going to be a really fun battle. This year for Nico has just been him reinserting himself in the best player in the world conversation, and what a fun way to see how that is going to end in the next match. If Na'Vi can complete Mirage, complete the 2-0 and make it there. Hall's pop coming in. Exile going to have utility. It's all on Lord Boomich.
Stand for the Lord. And let's see if he is going to hold the line here, because it's about to get real interesting. Flash over the top. He's not blinded. Going to spot them all going through. Finds one kill. Took him a while, though, and he's low on bullets. One of the disadvantages of using an A1 is when it gets risky, it's going to get tough, but he's still holding it. And Boomich! Quad kill! Shuts down that push. What a monster.
He's having the best time in the world. He's having so much fun out there right now. Every time you see him on camera, he's got a big smile on his face.
He's loving it. I can't get over how good this guy is playing right now. Right behind. Well, he's second on the scoreboard for Na'Vi, but they've all had their rounds. That feels terrific right now. And double digits again, Moses. 10-3 for Na'Vi on the CT side. This is unheard of. Yeah. This is the most one-sided match that we've had so far.
I mean, it's a combination of obviously Na'Vi hitting a level of excellence. That's absolutely incredible. The preparation they've brought into this major, the players they have on the team, but also Gambit's gone very, very quiet. The Gambit we've seen all year has not showed up to the stage. 3 kills on Shiro, 3 kills on Hobbit, 4 kills on Exile. Just not a lot of production coming in from this offense.
Not at all. Not at all. This was we're getting some of the answers to the questions that we were wondering coming into this major. Now that we're in front of the fans, that's the big difference, right? It's one thing to play on LAN. It's another thing to play on LAN in front of an audience on a stage with thousands of fans cheering. 10-3, and well, finally, Nafani able to put an end to Electronic's reign of terror, but it's still a man advantage for Navi in the round. Navi chant continues.
For good reason. Perfecto waiting. Simple hunting. And he'll be there very quick on the flank. But still, that means Perfecto's got to hold out without any teammates. And he turns, oh, what a spin back. That's so quick. I thought surely he was done. I think Exile thought the same thing. Perfecto's gonna get another. Gambit's just lost track of him. They finally bring him down, but it's oh so late.
Simple can't even get in on the flank before his teammates kill everybody. He's got the perfect flank. He's just like, guys, stay alive. Stay alive 5 seconds. And then, wait, oh no, never mind. It's fine. The damage has been dealt. 11-3 in favor of Navi. And while we're getting a little bit of talk coming out here from the Gambit side of things, but this is utterly brutal for Gambit right now. Dominant first half for Navi as the crowd goes wild. This is going to be it. Last round of the first half. Gambit need to come up with the goods here. And Electronics snuffs Hobbit immediately.
It feels so often they've been playing with the man down, and that's their player in middle. That's the flank. That's the lurk. And now everyone from Navi can just focus on these halls. Gone out Electronic. Perfecto's going to hide behind the smoke for the moment. Good crossfire setup. Electronics got another. 3 kills so far. He somehow survives long enough for Perfecto to get into the action. It's 12-3.
And there are no breaks here. We're going to get right into the action here in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere because we have the second half coming up. And now it's going to be a question of whether or not Gambit can get the lockdown going on their side.
I don't even think it's possible. Even if they were performing the way that we expect them to, I think Navi's looking very strong.
They are. Navi, I mean, speculation going into this tournament, it's their tournament to win. And right now, all tournament long, they haven't dropped the map yet.
Well, with the way they've been hyped up, it's their tournament to lose. They've effectively been crowned already throughout this stage, but G2 has been looking phenomenal.
Yes. But G2 showed that they were mortal in the semifinal by dropping a map. Navi don't even look like they're close to dropping a map yet. All tournament long, this could be it. The clean run, is it possible? 12-3, and we're about to find out. The pistol round's going to kick off. Navi on the T side, and it's not wasting any time. Setting up for the B hit, or at least smoke to sell the fake, because they have 3 players in underpass stomping away, going for the quick rotation. Let's see, does this catch Gambit off guard?
Oh, jumping up in towards window, Nafany. That's a hard shot to hit. You've got so many more bodies coming in. They manage a double peek out of it. One player did go down in the middle. That's to Exile on Catwalk. But Navi have great control of the map. They control the center. And they can actually slow down rotations no matter where they come from. Bomb's going to rotate all the way back towards A. And that's an important kill. Now Navi can feel real comfortable in these positions.
Yet again, he is unstoppable.
And it actually forces Shiro to fall in towards CT spawn, which is going to make attacking the A-bomb site much easier if that ever does come into fruition.
He's watching for the flank. Oh, he's removed Simple, but instantly traded by Boomage. Inters and Hobbit, the last 2 alive here for Gambit. You do have the rotation coming in now from Inters. He's going towards that A-bomb site, and that's the last place he wants to be. The bomb is about to make its way out onto the B-bomb site.
He's worried about the flank. He's worried about Boomage coming in from the murder hole, but Boomage has just jumped over to Catwalk, and he's completely ruined everything. The mobility in this tactic, Navi taking control of window gave them so many options to get out of any situation they were put in, and they've taken advantage of it. And man, this might be just a clean win in this map. If Navi can take this pistol round, Gambit is all but sunk.
Missed opportunity there from Electronic, though. Nerves perhaps showing a little bit here on the Navi side. Fine, Electronic snuffs him. And Hobbit does turn it into a 1v2, but Boomage again! You cannot lay the Lord low. What a monster.
17-3 now for Boomage. These multi-kills have shot him straight up the scoreboard.
13-3 on the scoreboard. And well, this is Mirage, this is Navi's map pick, and they are looking utterly terrific on it. Simple continues to be a menace with 24 kills. With 24 kills in 17 rounds. Utterly disgusting. And well, it's going to be the hard eco here from Gambit. Bit of a setup with the flash. I like to see it. Boomich on the flank, though, going to catch Inters, and Bit leading the way. Spots the man close, looking for more, not going to find it. His teammates are going to be there, though, with Perfecto with the cleanup. 14-3.
It's a nice attempt from Gambit. The flashbang gave him a small opportunity, but everything is in this round.
Navi, Chango, and Simple is 7-0 in opening duels. 7 wins, 7 kills. Boomich has got 4-0. So, I mean, Navi right now are just always perpetually with the man advantage, getting that first kill of the round, opening it up, giving themselves everything they need here to get the lockdown going. After that hard eco, though, Gambit now has some firepower. Extremely light on grenades, but if Shiro can start dropping bodies, that would change things up here for Gambit.
Ooh, almost a conversion. Almost an equalizer from Boomich. Exile's brought low, but a 2-man advantage for Gambit. Bit might be put into play underneath window. Galil in hand can find an avenue towards connector.
The remaining 3 alive here for Navi. The one thing that they have going for them is that Gambit are light on nades. If there's any way for them to take advantage of it. It's not to say that they're filthy rich either, but they have more utility than the entirety of Gambit combined, it feels like. So let's see, what are they capable of? Can they find an opening? 55 seconds on the clock. Bomb rotating back over towards B, so hoping that there's going to be less of a defense over here. And in the meantime, Bit setting up his teammates. Molly on short, flash to follow. And a headshot. Instant death for Nafani.
What are you supposed to do about that? Molotov towards Van. Exile's boosted up, so really a lot falls on this initial defense on Inters to be able to provide something. Bit slowly creeping up. He could provide the opening. They're not expecting it. No one's really looking here. He needs to clear the boost. They're like, oh, he spots that Van. Tapping away. He finds the head and converts onto Exile. Everything going wrong for Gambit. And Navi again have just found the winning recipe in the round.
Utterly unreal that he spots that out.
They have to go for this, and it's everything. They have to go for this retake, and if they lose it, it's essentially the series on the line. Hobbit jumping up goes down. Bit is incredible. Quad kill in the round for him, and Navi have 12 chances to make it into the grand finals.
This is it, Moses. What a performance. I mean, everything seems to be lining up for Navi as well. Just the fact that the player at Van jumps up just in time for Bit to do the double take and spot him, and then that shows the boosted guy in the corner. It's like nothing can go wrong. It's not like Inters and Exile misplay that in any way. It just aligns.
But that's a great round to just encapsulate this entire series. That's a 3v5 that Navi just won with all 3 players surviving it, just no problem. Simple's got another opening kill. This Navi is so scary. And if you're G2, you're getting to work right now.
You're going to be in bed early and up early and all the prep you could possibly get, because this is going to be an insane match. Navi, match point, man advantage. 1 round away from securing a spot in the grand final of the Stockholm Major to face off against G2 in a best of 3 to settle it all. And Navi, man, Simple just 1 step closer soon. Let's see if he can do it. Boomich here to help out. They're going to get that mid control a little bit here, a little bit of a presence as Bit works his way through underpass. And we're going to get the group together here as Navi once again. 3 players, soon to be 4. And life is going to get real rough for Inters in a moment here.
I think life's already been rough for Inters in this game. Been rough for everyone on Gambit's side of things. Now they're not going to clear it. Perhaps a trade coming in, and indeed, Simple pulls out the up. Now you have Exile, who's just gotten here to find 1, trying to keep Gambit alive into the series and holding on at the moment to the bomb site. Finds an awkward timing, but Perfecto is spot on. And Simple has yet to even be put into play, and it's all over. 16-3. Navi in the grand finals of the PGL Major in Stockholm.
With an utterly dominant performance, Gambit just weren't able to get their game going whatsoever. Navi set the pace from the beginning. They had everything go their way. They created their opportunities, and the man on the stage getting the crowd hyped, Simple, had an ungodly performance on Mirage. 27 kills. 27 kills by the end of the map.
That gives him 50 across the series. He was unreal on overpass as well. The whole team from Na'Vi, that's, I think, the thing for me is this team, you thought maybe the last kind of bastion of hope to think maybe this Na'Vi wasn't just going to breeze through the competition in the finals was some of the inexperience, and that's all gone. Like, they obviously got over that hump real quick. All the work and all the preparation that Na'Vi have done to their map pool that they've talked about, in their boot camp that they talked about, God, did it reward them today in the semifinals?
Indeed, it did. And well, Gambit can be proud that they made it here to the top 4. It's not like they got blown out in the quarterfinals. They were able to make it the extra step. Top 4 at the major for a team of Gambit's caliber. We'll always wonder what could have been, obviously, but now they have that valuable experience. They're going to know what it feels like to play in front of the fans on the stage, and we'll see just what they're capable of with the next massive land that's coming up here for Counter-Strike. But of course, this means that Na'Vi will be progressing forward into the grand finals tomorrow night to face off against G2 in a best-of-3.
And I'm so excited. I thought it was like a dream at one point that there was a world I felt watching G2 play in this event. It was like, holy, they actually can make it all the way to the finals. We could actually have Simple versus Nico. The dream's come true. It's happened. We've got Na'Vi versus G2 in the final. We've got Richard and the boys in the desk.
Well, what can you say about that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked. Shout out to Red Eye one time.
Yes,
Na'Vi have done it. Absolutely insane. Listen, guys, I'm just saying, I'm a starter because obviously we are waiting for a winner's interview coming up. Gambit, they were never here. They were never at this major. It was a mirage. It was a figment of your imagination. That was rubbish.
Here's this for you, Richard. Shiro, Hobbit, and Exile combined had 17 kills in 120, 117 ADR. Simple alone had 27 kills and almost 140 ADR.
Yeah.
By himself, he has outdone the core of the 3 of the best Gambit
I
players.
think Shiro over the series had something like 16 kills over 2 maps.
Yeah,
Remember,
16,
we were
that's
saying
correct.
statistically, like, this is the best CT side player in the world. This was trash. This was really
Yeah,
bad.
no,
I'll say what I said on Twitter. Shiro is what would happen if James was on an elite team. Because as much as you can poke holes in what James does, make
here's
fun,
the
like,
thing,
he doesn't have elite players to cover his weaknesses.
Sure, but here's the thing. For me, this is all about pressure. It's all about pressure because there's no way Gambit are that bad. And you have to look at Nafani. He's a young guy, bit naive. I think he stacked so much additional pressure onto them by saying, hey, we play the same at LAN. How would you know? We'll play the same in front of a crowd. How would you know? You just found out. That's the hardest, most brutal lesson I've ever seen.
And that's where we go back to experience, knowing how to set your team up for a game that is so important. Maybe Nafani thought that was a good thing, to pretend like there is no pressure, to create this environment, but at the end of the day, come back to bite them in the ass. You have to learn how to deal with that pressure, how to build your own story, to prevail in the game like that, because that was a disgrace. They were nowhere to be found. There was no semi-final.
I'll tell you,
shockingly poor
I've known a lot of players who had chokes, they had big pressure games got to them. They all do that. They all deny it, and they just hope it goes away, and it doesn't happen. But it's always going to come back eventually. I'll give you the analogy. If you know Bill Belichick, the great coach of the Patriots, won 5 Super Bowls, he would specifically teach his players, this is what you do when the game breaks down, when the worst case scenario happens. That way, you know it can happen. You're prepared for it. In this particular game here, they never got the good starts. By the way, great job trying to choosing T-side after you've just got absolutely blasted on your own map.
I will say, I think they do the veto like an hour or 45 minutes before, and you have to do it then.
You have to pick the side.
You don't pick. You pick the side when you do the veto. You don't do it like after the game.
So look, we'll come back and we'll break it all down. And spoiler, we'll probably be going in on Gambit a little bit more. But first, we have got Banks on stage with Blade, the coach of Na'Vi.
Yes, that's right, Richard. I've managed to grab myself Blade, and Blade, I got to start with this, right? It's one thing getting a victory over Gambit, especially considering how the online results have gone. But this was absolute dominance. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. We're on LAN. We're winning. We have been struggling versus Gambit last match, and we have shown that today we were much better.
You definitely are much better. And one thing, right, we were speaking about this. You look so much more confident in yourself and the team right now. What's clicked? What's changed?
Well, nothing changed. We're just winning. You know, last event, EPL, we have won Cologne before. It gives us confidence. We know that we can do this. It's not like only some thought in the head that you can win. We know as a fact that we are a team that is winning.
And in terms of Overpass, right, we go back about 6 months or so. It wasn't a great map for you, yet it was in the past. You've recently been working on it, and it's done over Vitality and now Gambit. Is this part of the